Hey guys, welcome to Proto Point. Okay, so in this Flutter tutorial, we're gonna learn how to build a multiple step form in Flutter so that a user can enter a data in a step-by-step progress for a final submission of a form. So let's begin. So to achieve this, we are going to make use of a widget called a Stepper Widget in Flutter. So let's begin. So here I have just created a demo app just as an intro of this tutorial. So as you can see, it has 3 steps to complete the form. So first step is the account, where we are going to ask the user to enter name, email and password. So when a user press on next button, so it will go to the next form, that is the address. So we are going to ask the address in the second form. Next, and in the third step we are just showing the data that a user has entered previously. So here the confirmation, the user can verify that the entered data is correct or no, and depending on that he can just come back and edit the data he has entered and make a final submission after confirmation. So let's learn how to build this. So let's go to our Android Studio. Okay, so here I have just created a new Flutter project in my Android Studio IDE and named it as Flutter Stepper just for this tutorial purpose. Okay, so let's begin. So here I'm just calling my home page, which is a stateful widget, and for now it simply have an empty container. So let's work with the UI part. Okay, so here I'm just showing app bar and the empty container in the body tag. So as you can see, it is showing me an warning to add a const keyword over here, because I have just updated my Flutter SDK version to 2.5. So in 2.5 they have added this const keyword for a static data that is been shown in your app. Okay, so in body tag we will make use of a stepper widget. Okay, so here you can see here there is a required property, that is steps. So let's create a steps now. Okay, so let's go to state. Over here let's create a list of steps. Okay, so let's create 3 steps as you saw in our app. So we need 3 steps to be shown in our stepper widget. So let's create them. You need to give a title and a content of your steps. So this is the title and these are the contents of your steps. So let's give that. So text widget account. Okay, so as it is static, so we need to declare a const keyword. Okay, so container. So in container, for now I will just give a center widget, child, and a text widget for now, account. Okay, so like this I will just create 3 more steps. Okay, so first step is account, second step is address, and the third step is confirmation. Okay, so the step we have created, so we need to just pass this steps function to our stepper widget. So let's do it. Okay, so let's build this and check how it looks. Okay, hot refresh. So here as you can see, we have a stepper widget with a progress. So it has a title, it has a account. So because I have gave everything as account, so you just need to change the title over here. So let's change it. So you can see it has a continue button and it has a content as we have defined over here. Contents. Okay, so this is the step 1, step 2 and step 3. So here is a content that we have declared in a particular steps. Okay, so you got this result. So I just need this stepper widget in a horizontal way. So for that there is a property in a stepper type, stepper type dot horizontal. Okay, hot refresh. So you can see now it is in a horizontal way. Okay, So let's give some functionality to it. So if you go to the Stepper widget, so you can see there are various properties by which you can customize the Stepper widget. So first of all, you need to set the current active step. So by default the active step index is 0, that is the first step. So you can just change it. So let's declare a variable for that, and now we can use this over here, current active step. Okay, so there are various properties. If you go to this widget, you can see over here step continue, step cancel. So when I press on this continue button, I just need to go from step 1 to step 2, and when I press on cancel button, I need to go back to the previous step. So let's do that. So here we have declared a variable that is the index of our steps. So on step continue, I need to move the step forward. So for that, what we can do is, here we just need to increment this active step index by 1. So for that, set state active index plus is equal to 1. So we are going to just increment this index by 1 when the user press on the continue button. So we need to just validate the data over here, so that the user can't go behind this index. So for that we need a variable if condition, if active step index is less than step list dot length minus 1. Okay, so if our active step index is less than the list we have created, that is 3, 0, 1, 2. If it is less than the current active state, then we are going to just increment it. Okay, and after that we are going to just call the set state property. Okay, so let's check this out. Hot refresh. Okay, so now I can press on this button to go to next step. So as you saw over here, so now we are currently in this step. Continue. So if now we are in our confirmation step, and if I press this button again, nothing will happen, because we have just added a condition over here when we need to increment it. So now the current index is 2, which is equal to the list of our data, that is 2. So this statement will not work. Okay, so now I need to give a functionality so that a user can go to previous steps when cancel button is been pressed. So let's do it. So over here on step cancel, and over here you just need to decrement this variable by minus 1. So let's do it. Active step minus is equal to 1. Okay, so after doing that, we are going to just set state. Okay, hot refresh. Okay, so I will just go to second step and press on the cancel button again. So now I am in second step, as you can see over here. So I am going back to the previous step. So now we are currently in this step, but when I press on this button again, so it will give me an error because there is no step behind this first step. Okay, so let's try that. So you can see I faced an error. So we need to give a validation over here. So for that, if active index is equal to 0, if it is equal to 0, then we are going to do nothing. So we are just returning from this function return, and if it is not 0, if the step is not the first step, we are going to perform this action. Okay, hot refresh. So we are in first step. I will go to second step, go to third step, and I will just press on the cancel button to come back. Okay, so you can see it is not going behind this step. Okay, so now you can see there is a no active state been defined, means I am not understanding currently I am in which step. So for that we can do it. Okay, so just go to your step array over here. Let me take this variable on the top. Okay, so in the first step there is a property step state. So there is a property over here where you can make use of step state. So you can see there are various states of Stepper widget. So editing means where a user is currently been editing or filling the form, completed and disabled. So I will just make use of editing. So let's check it how it look. So you can see this is the editing symbol been shown to the user. Okay, so I also need to make this color change. So for that there is a property called as is active. Okay, so is active. So here I will just make use of our index, that is our variable. If it is greater than or equal to 0, we will set the state to active state. Okay, so it is giving an error, so let me check. Okay, so it is giving me an error because I am making use of a const keyword over here. So I will just remove that. Okay, so let me declare the same to other steps also. So this is the first step, this is the second step, and this is the third step. So we need to make this step active when the index is, this is the step 0, means 0 position we need to active this step. So this step is 1 and this step is 2. Okay, so let's check this out. Hot refresh. So you can see the state is active. So I am going to previous step. So this state is active now. So this step is active. Okay, so now if the user is filling this form in the step 1, I need to show a pencil symbol, that is editing symbol. And if the user has completed this form, I need to show a tick mark over here. So for that we will just keep a condition over here, that is active step index. If it is less than or equal to 0, then we will show a editing symbol, else we will show a completed symbol like this, dot completed, complete. Okay, so the same thing for other steps. So just copy this and paste it over here. If the step is 1, then editing, else this. Step is 2, then editing, else completed. So let's check this out. Hot refresh. So you can see now I am editing this form, completed. So I am in second step, editing, next step, completed. So in the confirmation step I just need to show a completed form. So I will just remove this, I don't need this. Okay, so now instead of simply showing a text in steps as we are showing now, so I'm just showing a text widget in a container. So let's replace it with text fields so that a user can enter some data. Okay, so for that I will just create 3 text editing controller. One is for name, email, password, address and a phone number. Okay, so let me create a design over here. So I will just copy paste the code. I have already done that. So here I have a container, a column widget. So in column widget we have three text fields. One is for name, one is for email, and one is for password. So let's check this. Hot refresh. So hot refresh is not working, so let me restart. Okay, sorry. So here there is an error. Okay, so app got restarted. So you can see the first step, we have a form to enter first name, last name, email and a password. So second step I need to do, so I will just do it fast. The complete code is in my website protocodespoint.com, so you can just check the link in the description for that. Okay, so I have just copy pasted my code, so I will just refresh. So let's check this out. Okay, so first step, second step, and the third step. So let's enter some data over here. Next, so you can see in the confirmation page we are showing the data that the user has entered. Okay, so that's all for this video tutorial. Hope you got the concept of how to implement Stepper in Flutter to implement multiple step form. So thanks for watching. Please do subscribe Proto. So if you want the source code, you can just check the link in the description. So you can just get the GitHub code in my website protocodespoint.com. Thanks for watching again. Please do subscribe Proto. Thank you.